And it has the integrated heater and fan kit, the automatic egg turner, and it comes with a little LED egg candler, so it comes with a flashlight. So this is the bottom, and it has the automatic egg turner. Here's the little light that comes with it, so you can check to see whether some of your eggs are going to be viable, some of them are not. So under here, you'll take this out on lockdown day. You take the egg turner out, and then you lay the eggs on here, and this is where they hatch. And under here, the little reservoir where you put the water in, and you can see that it has little filling holes so that you can keep track of the humidity, because at the last few days the humidity has to be higher. And this is the top. It has the heater and the thermostat and hygrometer. I have never used one of these. I have been witness to one of these, but I've never actually used one. So this is an experiment for me as well. So I'm going to read the instructions and get this set up, and then I'll show you when I get the eggs in there. Okay, so here's a little bit of more information about the incubator itself. You want the humidity level to stay at 50 to 60% until the last 3 days, and then you need to increase the humidity level to 65 to 75%, and that's why there are two channels. There's channel number 1 and there's channel number 2. Channel number 2 is for the last 3 days, and so you add that much more water to it. And the temperature itself needs to be between 95.5 and 100.5. So basically it needs to stay at like a steady 100, and the humidity level should be about 50 to 55 is perfect the first 18 days, and then you gotta increase the humidity. You want to, this is what I'm doing now, you want to set up and test the incubator for 6 to 8 hours to make sure that the temperature stays a steady 100 degrees and the humidity is steady 50 to 60%. Then you put your eggs in, small end of the egg facing down, and you want to do that because that makes the air bubble at the top, it gives a larger amount of room for the chick to hatch out of, because the chick is gonna pip up from the top. Here is some other information on like the type of bird that you're hatching. We're hatching chickens, and so that's 21 days. And it says that the egg turner, see, if you get an incubator without an egg turner, which they have those, you have to open the incubator it's 3 times a day to turn the eggs over, to keep that, to simulate, the hen turning the egg. But since this has an egg turner in it, it moves every 4 hours. I think it says it moves 6 times a day. And so here is your little monitor to tell you what the temperature and everything's going to be. So I'm taking the turkey baster, putting it in here, and I know you probably can't see too well because it's kind of dark, but I'm just adding water to this channel here until it fills up. Okay, I've got the incubator on, so I'm going to hold this down until the numbers start to flash. Okay, so that's what I want the temperature to be at, is 100 degrees. And this is days to hatch. And I'm going to put them in there tonight, so I'm going to do... let's do 22, because it's going to be about 10 hours before I set the eggs. And now we wait. The temperature's going up. I'm going to take this piece of plastic off. Temperature's going up. Humidity's going up. And I'm going to let this run for a few hours before I set the eggs. And I'm off to go get some other hatching eggs. I've had this on for an hour now, and this is exactly what we want. When I walked in here a second ago, it was up to 100. Now it's 99.5. Okay, so as long as it's 99.5 to 100.5, we're good. This is perfect, and anywhere from 50% to 60% humidity. So we are perfect. I'm going to let this run for a couple more hours before I set the eggs. So we have the incubator running and ready to put the eggs in. These are Americana mixes, and these are purebred Americanas, and the ones with 2 A's are Americana and Australorp, and these are mysteries. The humidity and the temperature are going to go down when you open it, but do not adjust the temperature or the humidity because it will go back up to normal once you add the eggs. Once I put these in here, then I will turn on the egg turner. These right here with the X's on them came out of our yard. They're just a barnyard mix. I think some of them are mixed with Leghorns and some of them either Brahmas or Cochins. I don't know, they have feathered feet though. And these here with the dots on them came from my neighbor. Are barred rocks, purebred barred rocks, and there's a couple mystery eggs in here. And you want to put the pointy end down so that the air bubble is up top and it's bigger, so the chicks have an easier time hatching. And then in these last 4, I'm going to add some of these older, I don't know if they're going to hatch, they're older chicken eggs that I had sitting on the counter. I don't know how old they are. They're just kind of, that's too many. They're just kind of a experiment. And I wanted to try to hatch these 2 white ones because they come from my 6-year-old hen that we've had for 6 years. It's a long time. And now I'm going to put this back on. I'm going to plug the egg turner in. And I'm going to change the day to 21. And that should go back up to temperature. And now we're cooking.